Yo, yo, yo. Hi, hello. Hi, Carlos. Hi, Beats. Hi, Baja Stupid Jack. Baja Blast. Hi, Space Drake. Hi, Lunchbox. Hi, Mist Fist. Hi, Uber Hopper. Hi, FTI. Hi, Jay. How are we doing today? Let me get my everything going. Wish I was able to go, but the vids and photos I saw on Twitter of it looked hype. Yes, it was hype. This is perfect for a boring work day, thank you. Twitter, no. Hanging in there, good. Yo, hello. I am back from DC, and here we are today to debrief and chat about Idle Harmony and my time leading up to it that weekend. But yeah, it's been a minute since we've had any kind of Canva journaling stream, so I'm pretty excited. I hope everyone's been well. I know some of us in chat were there. I hope everyone had a really good time. I saw a lot of like tweets, and I stalked the Idle Harmony hashtag. So far the reviews have looked pretty good, but it was nice to see everyone in person, performing on stage with everyone. It was really, really fun. Why am I so nervous? Living vicariously through others once again. Yeah, usually that's me. This was no FOMO this time. Such a blast. I was there, it was so good. Yeah, had an amazing time. Yay. I literally just woke up. Hi. Everyone worked really hard. Yes, everyone ganbarimashita to their heart's content. Glad to hear you had a great time. I really did. It took me a couple of days to recover afterwards, but I think I am finally returning to full health. I'm gonna adjust my camera because it's not picking up my mouth movements. Okay, that's better. I want to say that you absolutely killed it at Idle Harmony. Thank you. Thank you. I love performing on stage, I think, more than anything else in the world. I think I've mentioned before, I don't usually get nervous to perform on stage. Like, there are definitely pre-stage jitters, but it's more so out of excitement. So I really enjoyed performing on stage. It's like the best feeling in the world. And next time I want to do it for longer. I couldn't really speak for a day or two. Yeah, there were some fan cakes in the front row, really hyping it up and giving all 5,000% of their energy. And everyone, actually, not just people in the front row, but those are people that I could see. Actually, I could see everyone from the audience pretty well. Sometimes, depending on the venue, you can't really see the audience, but I was able to see people and was able to look at people in the face while performing, and that was really nice. But yeah, I heard you guys really gave all of your energy. And I just want you to know that performers really feel that energy and really thrive off of it. So thank you. Wish I could have come. Flew out to the grandparents the day before. Grandparents! I hope the grandparents are well. That still sounds like a pretty meaningful trip to me. I haven't gotten around to unpacking. That's usually me, but this time I needed to Yeah, usually my suitcase is still has remnants of the previous trip up until I have to pack for a new trip, depending on how long that is in between. But this time I really had to get it out of the way because I needed my space to practice for an Anime NYC, which is happening next week in the upper right hand corner here. I know some of you are going to that as well. Pancakes, yay! The vids I saw of you and Ari look fantastic. Yeah, thank you. We worked really, really hard on it. So for anyone who hasn't done one of these with me before, I really enjoy Canva, and last year I did Canva journaling to talk about my experience hanging out with kiwawa and Ame, and so this time I'm gonna do that for Idol Harmony. I don't have as many pictures this time around, but I feel like it'll still be a good way to just reflect and look back on the experience. You two did great. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so excited to see you at ANYC. Yeah, let's go. I'm actually really, really excited for that. I'm having a hard time narrowing down which songs we're gonna teach because when it comes to J-pop, there's so much to cover. We're definitely doing a Hololive song. I don't know which one yet. It has to be one that is somewhat new, but also simple enough to teach within an hour. We're trying to get 2 to 3 songs in there. And then there are 2 other options. One to 2 other options, I think, depending on how long the choreos are, but still deciding. That one's gonna be fun. We're working on it. I hope to catch the panel. Yeah, Friday at 4:30. I know it's like a slightly awkward time for some people because some people are like flying in or they're coming from like other events. It is technically a work day, so I know not everyone can make it, but if you can, I would love to see you there. Me and Ari would love to see you guys. Yay, these are fun. Yay. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and switch over to I sure hope it's the right screen. Wait. Huh, where'd it go? ¿Dónde está? Did I close it on accident? That'd be really funny. Nope, I didn't. Yep. There we go. Okay. What is that? Okay. All right. So here we have Canva, ye old Canva, my best friend Canva. Me and Canva go way back. And what I did last time was this was the Canva template thingy sheet, whatever that I made for Anime NYC, and then I kind of just like took it and turned it into like a virtual scrapbook, and I put all of the pictures here, little boxes and stuff like that. And I did one for Anime NYC, and I did one for Breaking Dimensions. I guess I didn't really take that many pictures of Breaking Dimensions and Anime NYC either, so in-game journaling, yay. What was this? Oh yeah. Canva, sweet Canva. Okay, all right, okay. Who's going to Breaking Dimensions this year? I actually am probably not going. Probably, most likely not. I did not procure a ticket this time because I didn't want to overwhelm myself with too much this time. I think I overdid it last year. Too busy living it to chronicle it. I'm just really whenever I am focused on something, I have a hard time splitting up my energy to other things. I'm a terrible multitasker. There are some people I think who are able to plan multiple things happening within one weekend, like Pengi and Phoebe, who had to go back and forth between the Otakon Idol event and 9:30 Club and Idol Harmony. I don't think I would have been able to do that. I wanted to make it to Otakon at least for Sunday, but I wanted to try either for Friday evening and for Sunday for like the rest of it, but it didn't work out because we got there on Friday and started practicing immediately, and then we went and had to go and procure like food, snacks, and I don't like spending a lot of money on like outside food because I need to pay very close attention to my sodium intake whenever I'm like very active. So I have to get my own food that I know that I can like plan ahead of time so that then I can like control that better. And then that took a while to do. And then Saturday I got up and practiced some more, and then it was time for the show. And then Sunday I was really tired, so I didn't make it to Otakan, unfortunately, and I was kind of sad about that, but we'll go through everything in detail. Yeah, the weekend is gonna be so packed. It's gonna be so packed. Going for both days. Oh my gosh. Wait, so are you going to Anime NYC and Breaking Dimensions as well? Like, how many people are going to all 3 concerts? Right? Because there's a world tour that's happening on Friday, which is also why I want to teach something Hololive, because the concert is going to be happening that same evening. And then there's Breaking Dimensions 1 and 2. Concert for both days. I couldn't get World Tour tickets, but I'll be at AFO for both days. Nice. Same I got. Yeah, those two are crazy. Yeah. Phoebe and Pengi, right? That's who we're talking about? Yes. Jesus Christ. Yeah, they're insane. I want to if I can. Yeah, I'm going to all 3. Oh my god. Amazing. Bah, was it you who said that you went to your first con this year? Or was that someone else that I was speaking to in my Discord? I'm skipping World Tour. Naruhodo. I would like to see the difference between a World Tour concert and Breaking Dimensions concert. I know you can't take pictures or videos really of World Tour because it's not a streamed event, right? I'll be going to both all for 1 days, but couldn't get a world ticket, unfortunately. I heard it sold out pretty quickly, so people who were able to get it got really lucky. Wasn't me, but that was my first con. Yep. I went to my first con in December 2024 for Atlanta. Yeah. Oh, wait. Okay. Maybe that was the one. 2024. It's already almost fall of 2025. Oh my God. Time really flies by. My first con was this year. Whoa. Which one was it again? Damn, everything ought to be streamed these days just for me. Yeah, I think it would really be nice if... I know it's like one more expense and one more thing to figure out. And sometimes venues can't really accommodate for streaming things unless they bring in their own team. And I know this because I've been on teams where like they wanted that accessibility, and so they had to hire a company to come in and stream it for them because the venue didn't come with the means to do so, and it can be really, really expensive. So I get it. It can be expensive, and there can be some logistics that make it really clunky, so I guess depending, but Ota. Oh yeah, okay, I'm remembering now. Yeah, it's great that they're selling out so quickly, but one day I will win the Ticketmaster. Jesus, yeah, Ticketmaster is like the ultimate boss. If World Tour is like last year, it'll be on a flat floor versus the theater. World Tour last year was pretty tricky to see if you weren't in the front. What? Why would they set it up like that? Oh wait, because World Tour was in that really big hall that Justice had their panel in. That would be really tough. Oh. Yeah, I keep forgetting that convention centers, their concert halls aren't set up like proscenium, so it's harder to see depending on where you are. And the stage isn't super high either. Wow. Okay. That is tough. Oh my god, I drank all my coffee. No. I thought I had a couple of sips left. That's okay. I have water. I have water. Also, can anyone tell me if my mic is peaking? I checked it before stream and it wasn't, but I thought I checked it before stream yesterday during the peak collab, and then I looked back at the VOD and it was peaking the entire time. I'm pretty sure I fixed it. I put a compressor on it this time just in case. But anyways, whatever. Sounds okay to me? Okay. All right, let's see. It was yesterday, but not today, I think. Yeah, what is that about? I don't really change my settings from stream to stream, and yet somehow things keep happening. It doesn't sound like it's peaking? Okay, amazing. Yes, it peaked quite often during the peak collab yesterday. Don't think we need to worry this stream. Canva is unlikely to jump scare you unless... No! Please, I would love for Canva to not betray me. Alright, so we're gonna start with what do I have here? I have... I have some pictures. I have some video. But I guess I'll just chat. And then as things come up... What do I have in my junk cord? Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Anyone who caught any of my random sleep deprived Twitter spaces, those were a treat, were they not? I think so. Yeah, I think the exhaustion started even before I left for Washington, D.C. So let's start at the beginning. So where do I even start? I wish I had written down notes before I started. Well, okay, so I'd worked with Oshi Spark before. I worked with them for, was it Virtual Vacation? What was the show that Nimi, Doobie, and Mint were in? I'd worked with Oshi Spark before because Nimi had reached out to me about choreo for her set. So I'd already worked with them and I thought they were really cool. And then Keiki reached out to me saying that she recommended me and Ari for another event that they were doing. She said that she felt really nervous about performing essentially a set that's long enough to be a concert, and wanted the support of background dancers, and so she recommended me and Ari to them, and which worked out because we had already worked with Oshi Spark before, so they already knew us, and we were like, yeah, that sounds really cool. I didn't know exactly what it was for until it was announced. And actually initially I thought because it was the same weekend as Otakon that it was a part of Otakon, but it was not. I learned that later. I was like, oh, wait a minute, this is a completely different event. Yeah. So she asked us to support her and join the stage with her, and we were like, yeah, cool. And things kind of got rolling after that. I believe that was Virtual Vacation. Yes, Keiki was nervous but did great too. She did. Yeah, she was nervous pretty much that entire weekend. But yeah, planning for that was interesting. We got to participate in 4 songs out of her 8-song set, and that was Pop, that was Genghis Khan by Barry Scoble, that was, what else did we do? Shunkan Every Day, her debut song as a soloist, which I choreographed when it came out, and then her newest song, Super Sponge Cake, which was super fun to do. And we spent about, I think we had about a month to practice everything. But we really didn't start practicing and preparing until about 2 weeks before, just because of like timing things, and I had other projects going on. So that was a little tight, but we made it work. So we practiced about 2 weeks before, and I think by then I was pretty exhausted. I don't like practicing in the summer. That's one thing I will say. Practicing in the summer is super brutal. I don't know why I agree to summer projects every time, but I do. And it's really hard to find like a well air-conditioned studio in New York that isn't $1 billion, but that's okay. But yeah, so we did that. We arrived on Friday, and this was Ari's, yeah. I guess this was the first time I met up with Keiki. The first time Ari met up with Keiki. I'd met her before, but this was Ari's first time, so Ari didn't know what to think, and I was like, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. But yeah, so Friday we arrived. A billion sheesh. Yeah, it was so hot. It was so hot. But yeah, so we met up, we rehearsed on Friday, and that was interesting because I didn't know how that would go. We kind of just had to hope that we had rehearsed enough on our own that when we came together and like put things together that it would work out. I guess. I think the initial plan was, or at least my initial thought process was that as we practice, we would be able to like send progress videos so that then she could kind of like see where she would see herself and like make suggestions and things like that. But we never got around to doing that. So by the time we got there, it was like the first time we were figuring everything out. But I think we synced up pretty quickly. And work together really well, actually. Doing it live, ha ha ha, yeah. It was kind of funny. Initially, she was like, where are we gonna practice? And she was like, oh, maybe, how big is your hotel room? Because my hotel room is about this big. And I don't know if anyone in chat has ever done like, or practiced for shows at a con, but most of the time hotels have exercise rooms, right? Like little studio gyms. I recommended that we rehearsed in there because usually studio gyms are pretty empty, because realistically, who uses the gym while they're at a hotel on vacation? That's like not, most people aren't doing that. So I recommended that we rehearse there, and she was like, that's genius. And it was because I'd had experience with like going on the road with other J-pop cover groups, and that was what we typically did. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, and then they usually have like a little mirror. Usually no one's using the equipment, so we can just move the equipment aside, and then that's a pretty good place to rehearse. No one bothers you. You don't have to pay for it by the hour. I think it's really efficient. Like the lighting's usually pretty good. You just kind of have to weather the fact that you'll be practicing J-pop and K-pop where anyone can walk in and see you, but that's totally fine, because if you can't do it in front of like, 5 random strangers that might walk by, how can you perform in front of an audience, right? So big brained. I highly recommend it if you are ever on the road, or if you're a performer and you need some extra studio time right before you go on stage, to if you're in a hotel, to use the gym that they have. It's almost always empty. Yeah, you just have to be careful that you don't like hit your feet on the equipment. Ari kept hitting their feet on the equipment. But yeah, I don't know what was going on, because usually Otakon weekend in DC, anyone who's ever gone, it's almost always super sweltering hot and humid and unbearable. And the gods just must have been on our side, because it was absolutely beautiful. Like, the weather was absolutely incredible. After we rehearsed with Keiki for a little bit, and she started to feel a little bit better about her set, me and Ari took like a nice long walk to Trader Joe's that was in the area to get some food, and it was like one of the most relaxing walks I'd ever been on in my entire life. And I get this way where anytime I visit any other city, I just think, what if I lived here? Maybe I should live here. And then Ari's like, you say that every time. The temperature, we were so lucky. It was kind of ridiculous. Washington, D.C., baby, yeah. We lucked out this weekend, I saw. It was really nice. It was very nice. There are a lot of, some parts of New York does not have very good, what is it, urban planning. And so you'll be walking across the street and there will be no shade for a billion miles. But the area that we were walking in, I think, was pretty shady, and there was quite a few bushes everywhere. Almost too many bushes. The mosquitoes were kind of out of hand. But it was a really, really nice walk, and I really liked it. Yeah, so we got some snacks, and then we went back to the hotel, and by then I was super exhausted because we've been traveling all day, went straight to rehearsal, walked 30 minutes in both directions, so like an hour, and then I was pretty dead. I took a shower and I went right to sleep. Oh no, I did my second Twitter space. So if anyone heard my second Twitter space where I had that calzone, I was pretty delirious at that point. Oh wait, you want to see my cat in my my suitcase? She didn't want me to go. Where is she? Where is she, cat? Where is she? What did I save it under? Yeah, there she is. That's TT in my suitcase as I was trying to pack. I don't know why she looks at her ceiling like this. It's almost like there's something in our walls. I don't really understand. I don't know what she's looking at. Maybe she sees the future. I don't know. But that's her. This is technically my mother's cat. That we've been babysitting for 2 years, but I don't know what she's looking at. If anyone can interpret cat and understands what she sees, that'd be great. The littlest kiwi. Take me to Washington too. I wonder, I've always wondered if she would be a good cat to travel with, because she's very easy to scoop up and put in her carrier. I actually tested this out where I wanted to know that if there was, in case of an emergency, if my cats would survive, because we'd be able to get them into their carriers quickly. And Nile, my cat, would die immediately because it's almost impossible to get him into his carrier. But I could get her in her suitcase in like 3 seconds flat. It's just like scoop, whoop, zip, zip, and she's in there. She's ready to go. Nile, however, we have to sedate him to get him into his carrier anytime we have to take him to the vet. So I don't know about that. So I think I could bring her with me. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I completely forgot about this because I think I was just so focused on what I had to do, but I just remember that this actually was one of the most frustrating trips that I've ever done, because I don't know if it's because I used all of my brain power practicing, but when I tell you, I've never been so clumsy and forgetful in my entire life. There were so many close calls with this trip that I need to, so first, right? The first one, the morning that we went to Washington, D.C. Sorry, I'm like taking a very long time to get to the actual event, but I actually need to take the time and recount all of this because I'm just now remembering how frustrated I was with myself. No, with myself. So the morning of, I was all packed and ready to go. And I was like, cool. I swore that the bus tickets said 9:30, but so we were preparing to leave at a reasonable time to get to the bus stop at 9:30. And then thankfully, I checked my ticket just to make sure everything was okay. And it was actually 9 o'clock. So we were already running a half hour behind. And if we had left at the time that we were going to leave, we would have missed it completely. So I was just like, okay, so we have to Uber. It's called tangenting. Okay. So we had to Uber, and I was like, don't worry, it's fine. I'll pay for it. It's my fault. I had the tickets. I like bought everything and whatnot. We'll just get an Uber and we'll go. So I put in the address and I'm like, cool, awesome. The address, let's say for a Greyhound bus in New York, is 31st Street and 8th Avenue, I think, if you like look it up, right? And so I was like, cool, we're gonna put that in. We'll be on our way. We should get there with like literally 10 minutes to spare. And it's pretty early in the morning. There's not a lot of traffic. We're like, great. We're approaching our destination. And anytime I get in like any Uber, I automatically send my information to Ari as like a safety measure. So they'll have the trip on their phone. And we're approaching it, and Ari's like, kiANNa, where is this bus? Where is it? And I'm like, yeah, 31st Street and 8th Avenue. And they're like, that's not what this says. This says Building 31, 8th Avenue. And I realized that I put in the wrong address. I never do this. I put in the wrong address, and our drop off is like another 20 blocks away. And at this point, it was 5 minutes before our bus was supposed to leave. And I think at that point and our driver didn't speak English. So I was trying to like very frantically explain that we actually need to be like 20 blocks more uptown than exactly where we were. Thankfully, we were on the correct avenue, but we needed to be like 15 more blocks up, because I think at that point we were on like 14th Street. And he was like, I don't understand. Can you just... So we just put in like a second drop-off point, and we got an alert from Uber being like, hey, your destination changed. Are you okay? And I'm like, no, I'm not okay. But thankfully it was only 15 minutes, but that was $100 Uber. And I was not happy about that at all. But we made it barely. And it was weird because it was like an unmarked charter bus. And it was a very old bus, and the air conditioner was very strong actually, but it was an older bus. Even though I had specifically picked a company that I thought would have new clean buses, we got an old bus from 2007, and we ended up leaving like 15 minutes late anyways. So it was very interesting, but we made it. But we made it. We made it by the skin of our teeth. So I was very nervous about that, but we did make it. Yes. Barely. Yeah. So that was fine. And then we got there, Friday happened, we were like, woohoo, yay, Friday. Okay, so lately I've been into exercising more. And so I found a cycling gym that was not too far from our hotel. And I was like, cool, I'm going to, this is on Saturday, right? This is the day of, fast forward. I'm going to go to a cycling class before we rehearse and then have to go to sound check. I was like, yes, this is amazing. I got dressed, I got up, I had continental, confidential, complimental breakfast. Wait, I have a picture of mine because I like two of my favorite things about hotels are the hotel water pressure, because it feels like a fire hose essentially, and complimentary breakfast, confidential, whatever. And because I eat a lot, and I think I eat the most in the morning, but I have mine. Da-da-da. Bum-ba-dum. I don't know where I should put this cat. I'll just leave her over here for now. Blah blah. So this is my plate. This is usually half of what I eat in the morning, by the way. And then across, that's Ari. So I'll have like a coffee. I had oatmeal. I had 2 muffins. I had some potatoes. I had some ham. I had a waffle. And then usually after I eat this, then I'll usually take some stuff to go, and then I'll eat a little bit more later, especially right before I work out. I have to eat. Waffle. Half. I chat. I eat a lot. I thought that it would slow down as I got older, and it is not, and I don't know what's going on. But this is like one of the best parts of the trip, is literally the free breakfast in the morning. Yeah. So I got up, we had breakfast. I wanted to work out, so I found a cycling gym that was within Uber distance. It was like a 10-minute Uber, and I was like, cool, I got it. I got my little set. I was so proud of myself for getting up, because I wanted to sleep in more, but I did. Whatever gets you through the day. Yeah. And I Ubered all the way over there, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna work out. And I get there, and no one's in like a hurry to get anywhere, even though it's like 5 minutes before class starts. And I say, hey, I'm here for class. And they tell me that my class was canceled. And I was like, okay, that's okay. When's the next class? Because I still really want to work out before I rehearse, just that I have some strength in me. And she says it's in an hour, and it's a Taylor Swift ride. I don't think she could have said worse words to me in that sentence. Sorry to any Swifties out there, but that was kind of the last thing I wanted to do. So instead I took a very long walk back to my hotel without working out. I don't know. And Ari was like, well, at least, you know, you look really good in your workout clothes. I think it's pretty normal in New York to walk around in sportswear. I don't think that's the case in most other places. So I was just wearing like leggings, a sports bra, and like an aloe tank, and I had my hair all done up, not done up, but like tied back, and I had a water bottle, and no one else was dressed like that. So I was just walking down the street. It was really hot, and I think I went to like Sephora, and I like needed some last minute things for makeup or whatever. So I think I just did that instead. I'm sure it was fine. It was fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it wasn't embarrassing at all. Not at all. I will say though, something that was really funny. It's fine. Um, the first day that me and Ari were walking back from the grocery store back to our hotel, there was a church, I guess. You ever see churches and they're slightly, I don't know how to explain. They have courtyards, but they're slightly risen off the ground and they're gated off, technically. So, but if you step up, then you'll be in that courtyard area. This church was not very far from the convention center, and so naturally there were cosplayers there taking pictures, right? They're there. But I feel like it was the cutoff in between where the weebs stop and normal, regular, everyday people begin. And so there were normal, everyday people walking by the weebs at the church. And we just saw like a group of 3 women kind of hurriedly passing them. And you just hear one of them go, "Who the fuck are these people?" And that was hilarious. I was like, she looked like she was fleeing the scene. And they were just normal cosplayers doing normal things, like just taking pictures. But I guess I don't know, seeing Bakugo and Luffy taking pictures in a church was just too much for them. I also am not used to seeing cosplayers wander so far from the convention center. I'm very used to seeing people like centered around the center, and then they'll be at like hotels and stuff like that. But there are cosplayers pretty far from the center. And I say that I'm not that I'm confused that there are people who also need to like, you know, eat and go to you know, other stores and want to sightsee and whatnot, but doing that in cosplay when it's really hot outside and walking for a long period of time, I feel like I would have had to change before I like walked, but I don't know, maybe that's just me. LOL, there was a sort of similar situation in front of the club where there were 2 lines, one full of weebs and one full of normies. Wait, really? Why were there 2 lines? LMAO. Well, he did eat a devil fruit. I saw several cosplayers about the National Mall. Yeah, we were just like all in the wild. And I'm sure it was super confusing to locals. They're like, what is happening? It was just free reign in Sephora, you know? Just, you know, Demon Slayer people at the cafe. Premium ticket line and then the standard ticket line. That's interesting because I think when I saw Club 90, when I saw the initial line, it looked like it was all merged into one, and it wasn't separate at all, but maybe I guess they separated it later. Seeing cosplayers around the place is always great, always great. There were some cosplayers going around on Thursday too, pre-gaming it. Oh, nice. They split the lines around 6:15. Ah, okay. Okay. So after I walked by the line, I was on the line at the back, but as you got closer, they were separated. Oh, that's nice. Okay. I'm glad this wasn't like a repeat of the Breaking Dimension situation in New York where the line was wrapped around the several blocks and it took like an extra hour. I was concerned about that actually. Okay, so on Saturday after my failed workout, I went back, ate lunch, and then me and Ari rehearsed a little bit more to rehearse some of the changes that we talked about with Keiki the day before, and that went really well. I feel like at that point we really synced in to our teamwork for this performance, which was really nice. Where is it? Perfect. Okay, and then so everything was finally going to keikaku, right? I'm like sinking back in. I'm like, that's okay. You know, I scared myself half to death almost making it to this place, and I wasn't able to work out, and I wasted money on an Uber again, but that's okay. No worries. But now things are going according to keikaku because we have rehearsed, we feel good about it, and now all I have to do is shower, change, and we'll just head on over to 9:30 Club. No problem. I don't know what happened. I brought a bottle of hair remover with me, like, I think because one of us wanted to bring it just in case. And it was on the counter, and then next to that was lotion, and I was like, okay, I have just enough time to shower and get dressed. And so I showered, I got out of the shower, and then I was applying lotion, and I'm applying stuff, and all of a sudden I'm like, what is that? If you've ever used hair remover, it smells sulfuric. It smells like rotten eggs. It smells really bad. And I was like, what is that smell? Like, what is going on? My lotion is supposed to smell like flowery jojoba oil, and I don't know how I did it. I cannot tell you, but I'm pretty sure I rubbed hair remover all over my body, and thankfully this one was a lot more gentle than like Nair. And I'm pretty sure I did that, and then I had to jump back in the shower and use like a lot of soap and water to get it all off. And I was just like, how did I do that? How did I do that? I don't know how I did that. And that was just very frustrating because then that made us late. And that was one thing I really didn't want to do, was be late to sound check, and make Keiki or staff more nervous than they already were. And then I don't know what's going on, but for some reason Ubers in DC, I feel like everywhere from like people to cars, things just move a lot faster because time is money. But the Ubers in DC were just very relaxed. So you would ask for priority, it would say it's coming in 3 minutes. It took like 10 minutes longer for it to get there to us, even though it was just down the block. And we were like, what is going on? What is happening? So we learned to prep an extra 10 minutes before we got in any Uber, because we just knew it would be, you know, some regular guy who's just having a really nice day and he just wants to take his time. But that made us like not super late. We were supposed to get there 10 minutes early and we got there 5 minutes late, and it wasn't that bad, but I don't like when I'm late and stressed. And I was like, okay, but we made it to sound check. We told Keiki to run one song that she didn't need us for, and we got there on time and it was okay. This lotion isn't scented like magnolias at all. Yes, it was exactly that. Leaving that on all day would have destroyed your skin. I would that would have, if I didn't notice, if it didn't have such a strong smell, that would have been horrible. That would have been horrible. But that's okay. Because again, it was fine. I would like to point out that this club is very interesting. I know it's a very historic building, but I do believe that if I did not, it's very interesting that there's no marker on it on this side of the building that says 930 Club. Maybe it's on the other side. But thankfully there were a bunch of fan cakes standing outside in yellow shirts, and we were like, this must be the place. So we ran in, and we ran our the songs with Keiki, and that was really fun. I think that was the moment that I felt like everything was really coming together and it was actually happening, and we ran through everything and it went very smoothly, and I was like, thank God. Yes, we had like a hiccup here or there, especially I think Pop was the most involved choreography that we had worked on, so we had to run through that maybe twice. Low-key looks like an abandoned building. Yeah, it looks a little scary. I was trying not to say that out loud, but it's a little, it does look historical. It does. It does. Historic, but very nondescript. Yes, exactly. It's so funny how nondescript it is. Yeah, I was really, what is going on? But it was really nice inside. Very nice venue. Super nice setup. I liked it. I will say, if you were ever on the second floor, if anyone was on the second floor of the mezzanine, those stairs are a death trap. I almost broke my entire ankle walking down one of them. I was very, very clumsy this weekend. I don't know what was going on. But it was okay. So we did sound check. That went well. And then after that, I realized that after we did sound check, we had quite a while before the show was going to start. And so we pretty much just chilled upstairs in Keiki's dressing room and just very, very slowly got ready. That was kind of nice that we had quite a bit of downtime. And so if I needed to like get anything extra, or if I needed to work on anything, or if I wanted to take my time doing like hair and makeup or anything like that, I realized I like had forgotten to purchase lashes. And so I was like, oh no, my eyes are going to be bald on stage. Bald, I'll be bald. My face will be bald. I got to get some lashes, otherwise I'll be bald. And so we had time to do that as well. Wait, I think I took a picture of the stage pre-show. Where is it? Save image. We didn't get to hang out much with Pengi and Phoebe beforehand because they were working at the Idol showcase at Otakon at the same time, and I was really sad that we wouldn't be able to make it because we were focused on Idol Harmony and making sure that our performance for that was really good. Y'all killed it. Thank you, man. Wow, really? Oh God, glad you didn't break. Yeah. I don't know what it was. It was like they had like a higher step and then you would step down, but I feel like the space between the higher step and the lower step was like a foot. And so I walked forward and I don't know, I just went down. Thankfully, I'm very good at falling. I want to say it's probably my modern dance training that has made it this way, but very good at falling, yes. Oh, this is also very interesting to point out. There's a set list here. Hold on. Okay, and then these. Yeah, this was the only picture of the stage that I got. Was this one. I think I got one that was a little bit closer, but yeah. I will say all of the staff that were backstage were very, very nice, very accommodating. I appreciate them. Thank you so much for making our stay there as comfortable as possible. making sure we had water and snacks backstage. That was very nice. I got kava for right before I went on stage because I wanted to make sure whatever I like ate wouldn't make me feel like horrible or bloated. And looking for the top walked up to us while we were waiting for food and gave me one of those what is it? One of those like clear film things that you wrap around light sticks. Thank you for giving that to me. I really appreciate it. Thank you for coming to say hi. I always tell people, make sure you say hi if you see me. But I know like people can be really shy, and it can be very, you know, intimidating to walk up to someone you've never talked to before, met before. But thank you for coming to say hi to me. I really appreciate it. And your words stayed with me as I went on stage. And thank you. Do they provide 9:30 club cupcakes? I heard about these cupcakes and there were none. Wait, is that what was in that box? Oh, there was a pink box that was in the group staff room, but I never opened it because I thought it wasn't mine. So I never opened it. Chat, I never got to experience the 9:30 cupcakes. No, the pen light sleeve, yeah. Oh no. Oh no, is that what that was? It's just clicking now. No, I was looking forward to that. I completely forgot about that. Dang it. That's what that was. Oh, that's what that was. Oh, I was too busy being goofy backstage that I forgot. But also once they open doors, in order to get to the staff room, you would have to walk. Okay, so it wasn't very accessible once the show started, I will say, or it didn't feel like it was. Maybe there was another staircase I was unaware of, but it felt like there was only one staircase on stage left. And then in order to get to the staff room, you would have to walk across the mezzanine to get to it on the other side. And so naturally, once the show started and there's a bunch of people on the mezzanine, I wouldn't be able to get to that unless there was another staircase that I was just unaware of. So I tried to make sure I grabbed everything that I wanted before the show started. kiANNa, you're too polite. You gotta be more greedy. What are you talking about? I didn't want to open it because I didn't know. Let's see, what else do I have? I have some video. Oh yeah, I have video of that I posted on Twitter. Where is it? Pretty sure. Hold on. Just a second. Wait a minute. Make sure it's not like, yeah. I'm gonna pull it up. Cause the day before, or the day of, Beats DM'd me and asked if I wanted a cakey hoppy. Thank you. That there was an extra one. Thank you for giving me one. I really appreciate it. So I went outside after a sound check to retrieve that. It's very warm, very cute. It was very nice to have. Let's see. Go. I guess I'll keep going. Oh yeah, there's the there's the audio. I forgot I have desktop audio on. Yeah. Very sweet. Thank you for giving that to me again. Pancakes are always so nice. Something I will say that is very funny every time I meet you guys, is that I went outside and I went to go say hi, and I don't know if you guys like realize that you're doing this, but you guys will always talk at the same time. Like I'll ask a question like, oh, what time did you guys get here? And then it'll be like, we've been here since noon 30. We've been here since 2:30. We've been here since 5:30. We've been here since 6:30. And I'm like, oh, whoa, oh, okay. And then like I'll ask another question. And then again, all of the answers come at once at the same time. It's very cute. It's really funny. And I enjoy it a lot, but it'll just be like 6 people talking to me at once. We get a little excited, and I love that. I love the excitement. I really do. But I noticed that. And I don't remember who I was talking to. I think I saw Pong. I think I saw Motion. I think I saw Beats. Who else was there? That's great. It's great. Let me see if I can show this video of people. I just decided to do it like very last minute because I wanted to show Keiki how many people were online for her. And it's kind of funny. I was like, oh, they have, I don't remember how it came up, but she mentioned that someone had spoiled her, that you guys had made huppies for her. And I was like, oh yeah, they're gonna give me one. And then she was like, where's mine? And I just said, I cannot imagine a world that they would give me a huppy and not you. They're probably just gonna give it to you after the concert. Which is what happened. But I was like, don't worry. They're not gonna, that wouldn't make any sense. If they said that they had an extra one and they wanted to give me one, of course they're gonna give you one. I thought that was so funny. So I want you guys to know that she really wanted one. I thought that was funny. Let's see this. Let's see if this uploads. Oh yeah, it does. Okay, here we go. Yay. Go. I guess I'll keep going. Yay. Oh, yellow umbrella. Oh, there's more people. Go. Wow. Yeah. Y'all guys are real troopers. Stay hydrated. Okay. Yay. And then I saw people under the tweet like pointing out where they were in the crowd. And I thought that was really funny. But yeah, some of y'all were there since 12:30 that day. I'm pretty sure VIP sold out completely. And I think at the time, they had sold 600 tickets at that morning. I'm pretty sure they sold more afterwards, but I didn't think that 600 people could fit in that space. Not that it's a small space, but that like kind of surprised me a little bit. Like, you know, you ever see the math question, you know, how many marbles do you think is in this jar? And it's always more marbles than you think could possibly fit in a jar. But if you had said like 600 marbles can fit in this jar, I would not have said like, yes, I would have gotten it completely wrong. Yeah. We did not need to line up that early. But you did. And the dedication and appreciation shows. Yes, it was very, very hot though. I'm sure some people got some very interesting tan lines that day. It was very hot, but thankfully not super humid, which was nice. Hope you guys stayed hydrated. And good thing the shirts are yellow, right? Because then that's like kind of reflective for the sun, right? It's better to wear light color clothes when it's hot out than like black or dark color clothes that absorbs the sun. I think that's what I've been told. Apparently, if they move the stage back, they can fit 1,500. Move the stage back? Really? Whoa, that's crazy. 07 to those who lined up early in that weather. Yeah, I mean, y'all were front and center. So I would say that that's worth it. In the very front. That's generally true. Whoa. Okay. What else? What else? What else happened? Oh yeah, this was funny because oh, did it not? Where'd it go? This was the set list. This is the other reason why the fans at the concert were incredible troopers to me. Right? VIP doors at 7. All according to Keikaku. Pengi at 8. Utano Pandora at 8:30. Phoebe at 9. kiaP at 9:30. Keiki Hime at 10. If all had gone according to Keikaku, we would have been out of that place by 10:30, 10:45 latest, right? Does anyone remember what time we got out of the venue? Do we remember what time we got out of that venue? I'll tell you what, it was not 10:30. Midnight. Like 11:30, like 12:30. That's what time we thought it was when we left, but we checked and it was midnight. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, 11:30 sounds about way later, right? Yeah. So I don't know who did the math. It was an incredible show, but I felt really bad for people who had been standing that long. Yes. So the show overall was 8, wait, 9, 10, 11, 3, almost 4 hours. And people, and I'm pointing this out because we were nervous that by the time Keiki hit the stage that people would be so tired that you guys wouldn't have like energy anymore. We were like, oh my god, we feel so bad, like everyone's here for so long, all the other acts are like super incredible and like the audience is giving their all, they're not gonna have any energy by the time Keiki goes on stage. But no, it was almost like you guys had just gotten there. Like the energy was so much, it was so high, it was incredible. That was wild. And standing, there was no sitting room, right? Like there wasn't anywhere to sit, there weren't any seats, there weren't any chairs. Standing for 3.5 hours, and some of you have been standing longer from waiting outside. It was a 12-hour day for some of you, right? Once you showed up, we all got a second wind. Yeah. I'm grateful for every minute of the show. It was fantastic. It was a fantastic show. All the more reason that I was like, man, imagine being in the audience of a show that is this hype. How much energy you guys used. Hell yeah, Def got her second wind when it was Keiki time. Yeah, no seats, standing only. What I saw in VODs, it looked like they still had so much energy, so much you could sit on the balcony. Okay, that's nice that they had some seating options for people who need it. But yeah, I could not excuse me, one could not tell a bit that you had been standing in the front row for as long as you did. Did I hear correctly that when there were different acts on stage, some fans let other fans like move to the front, and then when it was another act they would like swap and let other fans go to the front? I think I heard that. It was so, yes, it was so sweet. That was insane. Hearing about that, I've never seen something like that before. That's really nice, isn't it? Like such a united audience. Yeah, there was a Phoebe fan we saw near us and we showed we shoved him up front and she came on. Oh, that's so nice. That's so nice. I saw people push a couple of PAP fans to the front. I saw, okay, that's one of the videos that I saw was that someone who was there for PAP, which first of all, I think that's incredible because I don't know if I would have it in me to pay to go and travel to go and see a concert for someone who it's like they're on a screen, like it's not even like a 3D concert, right? And so me being poor, I would have a hard time saying yes, I will go and support my Oshi in this way. But there are people who were there and it wasn't even like a 3D concert, and that is true support. Like those were Chads who were literally, they were like, I don't care. This is my Oshi's first concert appearance. I don't care what form she's taking. I'm gonna be there. And PAP's set was so cute. I loved seeing the ice cream, and she had like different members, different cast members sing part of it too. That was also the other nice thing. I wasn't anticipating that there would be group songs. So that was really cute. That was very sweet. But yeah, that was so nice. That was so nice. Ah. But yeah, but I think that was just like, I don't know. Seeing that, seeing people who were there just for Pandora, just for PAP, just for Phoebe, just for Pengi, just for Keiki, I was like, I don't know, it was very heartwarming. It was so heartwarming to see. I felt such a deep appreciation for VTuber and Idol fans. Yeah. I'm remembering it now. I'm thinking about it now. I guess it's because like you see events like this announced, and so I have no idea what to expect. Like, it's one thing to see people have overwhelming support online, and then you're never sure if that support will convert to in real life. And I haven't been to many IRL like events and things like that. So seeing the support in person, you're like, oh, it's real. It's really real. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not here trying to be like, oh, why would you go to a concert and she's just on like a screen? Like, that's not what I'm saying. It's more like, it's very heartwarming to see that dedication in person, if that makes sense. Yeah. I couldn't hug their Oshis from them. Aw, that's so sweet. Yeah. It's a lot about the energy that the VTuber fans bring on stage to cheer live. Yes. Yeah. Like the camaraderie, like you're all there together. They party hard. They party hard. We get it. Yes. Totally. That energy reaches far. Yeah. No, it's understandable. Yeah. Yes. Okay. That is what I'm trying to say. I love how passionate VTuber fans are. Truly, I know. It's so easy to kind of like, oh my god, I have to arrange these pictures somehow. It's so easy to get caught up in, I don't know, things that are happening online. You know what, Big Ham, I was listening to your stream earlier that morning, and you said something that really resonated with me. I think you said something like, if people would have more conversations in real life, then a lot of like misunderstandings and things like that wouldn't happen, or people would understand each other differently. And it's very true. Like, it's one thing to see VTuber culture. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? I know it's out of context and it had to do with something else. It has to do with something else, but I think it transfers here too, that, you know, you don't really understand exactly how far your community reaches until you have an in-person event. and you see the effects of that. You see the results of that. Yes. You know? That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at. Yes. Yeah, oh boy, I was so tired. Anytime you went live, I was like, thank God, a big ham stream for me to soothe my nervous system too. I guess I should start arranging these. What did I do before? Okay, so it looks like I had like squares like this. Maybe I'll arrange it afterwards. It's taking me a while to like yap through everything. But yeah, that was the line. I got food, I got lashes so that my face wouldn't be bald, but my face ended up being bald anyways because I took so long. Oh yeah, we were having rehearsal the day before with Keiki, and then she was like, oh, we have quite a bit of time in between sound check and when I go on, can you guys help me with my hair? And at first I was like, I don't know if I can. Our hair textures are very different. What are you thinking of? Like what's the vision? Like I was kind of nervous. Because I was like, what if I can't help? Then the answer is that I can't help. But it's because she wanted something to go with her crown. The vision. But she found a tutorial for a chiffon bun. I don't remember what it's called. She something bun. She's something bun. She's got a something in that bun. Like I don't remember. CHI. It's a bun. It's like one of those like low fancy buns. I don't remember. But yeah, we found that, and Shinyan, maybe Shinon. Yeah, I'm sweating trying to remember it. That one. I think it was that one. And it said, here's a bun that you can do in 2 minutes. And I thought to myself, surely not. It's giving 5-minute crafts. You see all of these steps. But it actually wasn't that bad. It was, at first I was nervous, but it wasn't too bad to do. I was surprised that my tweet got as much interaction as it did, because I tweeted it out as a joke. I think I said I did Keiki's hair, so if you saw it, you better say it like look nice. But I wasn't expecting it to get like as much interaction as I did, because I was just shit posting as I normally do. But I think I did a pretty good job. Who is hammering above my head? I think I did a pretty good job on it. Just don't look too close. Don't look too close. Yeah, and it's fine. But that was funny. Yeah, I don't know. Backstage, there are 2 things that I really enjoy about like the process of rehearsal to stage. I love my favorite part of performing is actually usually the rehearsal process, because to me that's kind of like when you get into the nitty-gritty of it. And that's where most of the sweat goes. That's where most of the like figuring things out goes. That's where everything like really comes together. I really enjoy that process, but I also really, really enjoy being backstage and hanging out. I wish I had been able to hang out more with Pengi and Phoebe, but everyone was very locked in to their own set. And this was also going to be the first time that I had seen, I'd met Pengi and I'd met Phoebe, IRL. I was particularly looking forward to meeting Phoebe because Ari and myself choreographed her song Fairy Tale, and it was going to be our first time seeing her perform it on stage. So I was very excited about that. And Fairy Tale, I don't know what it is. Phoebe's music is incredibly emotional. Like, she has the lyricism of someone who has been through quite a lot in their lives. I don't know what Phoebe's been through, but there are just like lyrics that she has in her songs that I'm like, who hurt you? And where are they? Drop their location now. I have some words for them, you know? Like her music gives to me, feels very hopeful in a way that it's like no matter what you're going through and what trials you're facing, there is still hope and you should still dream. And so I'll listen to her music and I'll like feel like crying. So I was looking forward to watching her stage. And then Pangi, we've been casual mutuals on Twitter for a while, but I would drop into her streams and I just really loved her energy and I loved watching clips of her. Pangi was I personally think that when you have a show, it is important. Two things are very important: to have a very strong opener and to have a very strong closer. And I think in terms of energy, Pangi was the perfect opener for that reason. Like she came out guns a-blazing. I think this was one of the bigger events that she's done lately. But she was incredible. Her supporting dancers were incredible. Her song choices were incredible. Her energy was incredible. She's so magnetic. She has such a strong charm on stage. And it kind of reminds me of actually no. She's like a very good all-rounded performer, very good at singing, very good at dancing, really good energy. And I think like for that reason, like her color and her name and everything suits her very well. Pangi was lit. I was pleasantly surprised. Yeah, and I was very happy that Idol Harmony took her on. The merch line became a conga line. Did it really? Wait, were they selling merch during the show as well? That's kind of insane. I tried to take pictures and like video from above. Let me see. I think some of you guys saw Keiki's tweet that she could see you from up above. They had places. So the way that the backstage area looks, it's like a you'll have the dressing room, and then when you open that, it's like a catwalk that is slightly shielded from the audience, but there are like little windows that you can look down and see the audience from. And it looks like this. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. I posted a picture. I think she might have posted a picture too. But in case you haven't seen it, which I'm sure most of you have, backstage. Wait, no, wrong. Yes. I will make all of these pictures small and then I can put them in the scrapbook. I will scrapbook them. Yeah, it looks like this. So this was the view that we had of the stage the entire time. This is, I guess this is before the, wait, who is that? Oh, stagehand, hello. Yeah. And then, did I take any video of Pangi? Let me see. Let me see what I took. Oh wait, I think this is, yeah. I meant to upload more videos prior to this, but you know how it goes. Um, I can't tell what's what. Oh, that's Phoebe. And then also all my videos are out of focus. Well, we'll see what we get. Yeah, so I feel, and then that was the other thing. I think I was like so in the moment that I meant to take more video backstage, but I think it was one of those things where everyone was getting ready, so it didn't really make sense to take video of people like mid getting ready. What was killing me is that Kiki had these socks that like, should I say this? It's fine. She had these socks that you could put one in every toe. And so they were like these black footy socks. And I think she got them from the person that she cosplayed with on Sunday. Yeah, they're like black toe socks, but like I've never seen socks like these before. They're really interesting. They were very ornate. Like it looked like, I don't know where you would get these. They were like a nylon, silky material looking, but then they had these like straps. I don't know. I don't know what was going on. And she was walking around with those and then just like regular sandals. So you had this idol on top, you know, ornate medieval idol, and then auntie on the feet. And it was, and so I would be having a conversation with her, I'd be talking to her, and then I would look at her feet and I'd be like, no, no. Jean, yeah, just jean socks. Yeah, Jean Wanwan. I think they were hers. kiANNa was up in the ceiling too, huh? Yes, I was up in the ceiling. I was up in the ceiling with everyone. So wait, so people have seen these socks then? Those were her socks. Crawling around the rafters like a concert demon? No. So okay, so that I don't even have to describe the socks. We know what these socks are. I'm gonna, let's see, which of these do I keep? I'm gonna keep this one, I'm gonna keep this one, I'm gonna keep this, I think all except for the food and my cat. I'm gonna start placing these. So let's do these, let's do, these are like more like backstagey. I'm gonna get rid of that. Whatever, no one knows who these people are. I'm gonna leave that there. You all now have the network and Wi-Fi for 930 Club, and then this, yeah, I'll put this one over here, put this one over here. 930. Let's see. Let's do, how did I do this one? Yes. Let's start arranging. I'm gonna put the video here too. Yeah, so Pangy's set was super incredible. And then who was next? Pandora. I wish I had, I don't know how to explain. I wish I had been able to speak to her. But that's okay. Her set was very fun for me because box should be rectangle. Her set was really fun because it had a lot of OG Hello Project songs on it. What the heck? how did I do this? I just remember we were backstage. Keiki was cute because she would be like, okay, I need to practice. I need to focus on this and this thing, and I need to make sure that this is good. I gotta do that. And then a song that she knew would come on, and she would run from her seat to the backstage area where we could see and be like, oh my god, it's this song. And she would run, and then we would jam for a little bit, and then we would go sit back down. And that happened several times, but it definitely happened with Pandora's set, because it would be like Masa the Blue Jeans, I think, was her opener. And so we all ran, and we were like, oh, I know the choreo for this. Yes. And we were just, that was, I think, one of the best memories that I had, is that it was a moment where we weren't focusing on, oh no, my lyrics, oh no, the choreo, oh no, am I gonna forget this, am I gonna forget that? And we could just like be very in the moment. And I really liked that. How do I ungroup this? Like, I want to ungroup this, or what is this? Is this, oh, maybe it's a shadow? Is that what it is? It could be a shadow. I don't remember how I did this. Edit. Adjust background remover. No, I don't need that. How did I do this? Edit. Oh. I can't remember. Ah, it is a shadow. Oh, okay. Okay. So we were like, love me do. And then we would go back to what we were doing. Which was like, and then she would be like, okay, now I really have to lock in. I have to focus. But that was fun. I liked that. No, don't analyze my video. Don't analyze my, no, why would you do that? Don't analyze my stuff, please. That's really sweet. Sometimes a cool song plays and you gotta vibe. You gotta kiANNa, YFG, hello. Yes, those HP throwbacks got me. Did not expect to hear Masa the Blue Jeans in the year 2025. Yeah, they got commented on a lot on Twitter. Oh, really? Wait, the socks? Seriously? Oh, can you link me? I need to see this. I need to verify if these are the same socks that I'm talking about. I've gotten nowhere in this scrapbook. So we're gonna start now. Yeah. And then let's see, Pandora. So Pandora's set was really fun and nostalgic for me. And then who was next? Phoebe. Ah, yes. For Phoebe, I did shed a tear. Something I need to say about Phoebe is that anytime Aria and myself DM'd you, thank you. Anytime Aria and myself choreograph for any artist, we take into consideration them as a performer, their lore. We ask, are there any limitations that you have as a performer, or things that you prefer us not to do? And we try to really imagine them as the performer dancing it. I'm not really super concerned with if it's the most amazing, like, show-stopping choreography people have ever seen and making people perform outside of what they're able to. And I think because of that, sometimes our process takes a little bit longer than if we were just making something for ourselves. But I think it's worth it, because watching Phoebe perform was so near and dear to my heart, and it made me so emotional. And she took what we gave her and really made it her own. And it was perfect. And I know that she has something going on with her eye right now, and it affects her depth perception and all these other things. But watching that moment on stage was very important to me and Ari. And yes, yeah, I'm really rooting for her. I'm really rooting. Who made the eye patch? That's a very good question. It was a really cute eye patch. I have no idea. I have not a clue. But whoever it was, yeah, she's committed, man. I feel like if it were me, I don't know if she was committed to performing not just there, but also at Otakon with the eye patch. She emceed at Otakon, and then I immediately after getting off of the stage had a flight at 6 a.m. the next morning to go to another show to once again perform and give her all, no excuses. I cannot imagine a world in which Phoebe is not successful in the way that she is working towards. Yeah, like she's is super sweet, but such a hard worker, so professional, super admirable. I was so impressed by her. I think I want to group these together. Yeah, I was so impressed by her tenacity. Oh no, wait, is this right? Ungroup, hold on, let me fix this. Wait a minute. Put you in the middle. She deserves everything. She really does. She deserves absolutely everything. They really have something with these performers. I could see this show going on tour. Yeah. That's a really good thought. That's a really good thought. Put this here. I'm gonna move up 930 patch. Up here. Make sure we use more space. And then put this here. Yeah, boy. And then Idle Harmony over here. It was also really, Phoebe has such a very specific tone to her voice that I heard her before I saw her, and I heard her voice and I was like, that can only be one person. I'm pretty sure I screamed when I saw her. I was so excited. Oh, it's, wait, what? No, wait a minute. Let's see now. Let's see now. I wish I had a dropper. I just have to guess. I hate guessing. Okay. We'll go with this one for now. No! I don't know if this one's going to be as cute as the one that I managed to do for Anime NYC. I have no idea. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Maybe I'll put this up here and then this one down. Oh my god. And this one down here, maybe. I don't know. Oh, I gotta oh, yeah. I like that. And then you guys are out here, so then you go over here. Yeah. Yeah, boy. Huh. And I guess I'll put one more picture over here. I don't know. I keep hearing her voice in my head. What in the name of the Lord? Her voice is so specific, but it pulls you in. She's so charming. And I just know she made everyone fall in love with her that night who wasn't already a part of the Beehive. You should be. Everyone should be a minion and a Beehive, part of the Beehive, and a fan cake, and I don't know Pandora's fan name, and a pickle. I believe PAP has pickles, right? PAP I think is the one I know the least about. I've only become aware of her very recently. But she also had a really nice set, and I really enjoyed listening to Ice Cream. I really like her voice. She has a very distinct voice as well. Very like tomboyish, very skater. I find her to be very entertaining on stream. I like her concept. And I'm also wishing nothing but the best for her as well. I feel like I need something else happening over here. Maybe I should bring, wait. You know what? No. This, bring this down, this up. Wait. Nope. This way, go that way. Make it smaller. I feel like I need to cut this a little bit. Make it, yeah, I don't know. I should cut this. I should crop it, right? I feel like I should crop it. Crop it a little bit. I have to get rid of the shadow then. Hold on. Let me get rid of the shadow. Sorry, I'm mumbling. Sorry, give me a second. Oh, none. Crop. Frick. Okay, just a minute. This is me whenever I'm making thumbnails, by the way. I'm mumbling to myself inaudibly. Yeah. Like that. And then, okay, and then outline again. Oh no. And then what color? Wait, I have to find the color again. Yep. It's gonna be different. What is happening? I'm crush. Oh, can't put an outline if I crop. I forgot. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna undo all that. Undo. Whoa. Is it not letting me undo anymore? No. Sorry. Just a second. I've made a grave mistake. Oh God. Yeah. What is happening? We're at the part of the stream where kiANNa mumbles inaudibly. Make this bigger. I guess I'll move the. I think I'll move this. Stop. Over here. Bam. Cute. Ah, yeah, that's better. And then I want to change this. Shadow. Okay, what was I saying? I feel like I'm a minion of so many people now, so much bidding to do. PP was amazing. I was so excited when she sang Golden. Yes. I think I was the most distracted during her set because that was right before we had to go on. So I kind of wish I had been able to be a little bit more present during her set. But she did an amazing job as well. Yeah, everyone had such good choices for their songs. I also wish I had taken more time to look at the merch table myself and like grab something. I didn't do that. The keychains were really cute. And then finally, it was Keiki's turn. She was very nervous, as you guys already know. We were doing all different kinds of things to try and calm her down as best. I mean, I don't know, or like distract her, I guess. She would start talking about how she was nervous, and I think at one point I was like, Ari, quick, do some push-ups or something. And so Ari would like do push-ups, and we would like try and make jokes backstage. Just literally anything just to kind of keep your mind off of performing. Yeah. So that was But I think something that's kind of important to know is that I think this is for anyone. Push-ups, yeah. I think it was more to show that Ari couldn't do a push-up. I think it was that Ari mentioned that they could not do push-ups, and she was like, I don't believe you at all. And so Ari was like, no, I really can't do push-ups. And so they got down on the ground and could barely do like one shaky push-up. So it was a lot of things like that we were doing backstage to kind of like keep the vibes as chill and calm as possible, Yeah. She didn't seem nervous. Did very well on her MC parts too, not just the performance. I think that she's very good at hiding her nerves from her audience when she's on stage. And I think she's the kind of performer where once she's on stage, everything's like you're able to like lock in. Oh, holy. I'm just looking at these socks that Jean had on. I don't know what's going on with her big toe. That is not... I hope those aren't the same socks. I don't know what's going on there. That is something. That's very funny. I hope they're not the same socks. That'd be crazy if she like wore the socks for all of Final Harmony and then was like, here you go, Jean, and passed it back to her, and then she just wears the same socks and that's why there's a hole in it. Entertain the entertainer, basically. Yeah. But yeah, that was the thing too that I also felt. She was like nervous about forgetting lyrics and like forgetting choreography and things like that, and it's just like, no, this is what you do. You're a performer, you're a great performer, you're very good at locking in with your audience and speaking directly to the people who support you in a very approachable and funny way. I did not think she was going to say on stage that she had gone to the bathroom like 6 or 7 times before getting on stage. That is not something I think I would have ever let anyone know, but that was like one of the first things that she said as soon as she got up there. And I was like, I think it's that kind of candid openness that people like about her. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure you guys know what I mean. I think it's that amount of honesty that people like. I think there was one thing. There was before we got on stage, one of the stage managers, Siri, who was in charge of bringing us up and down the stairs, or like telling us when it was time for places, she was like, is there anything else I can get you? And Keiki was just like, yeah, a porta potty next to the stage would be great. And the manager was just like, if I could, I would. All right, let's go places. And I think just like being effortlessly funny like that is really important. So that was cracking me up the whole time. Not the like, nervous tummy issues or anything like that, but just like, what? Hey y'all, just came back from taking a big fat, right, what a goofball. Yeah. But I know that, being nervous like that, it's just because you care a lot and you want everyone to have a good time. It's not easy being the closer of a show, no matter how much you prepare. But she did great, because I remember I was watching back at like fan cams and watching for different parts that she was nervous about. Like there were parts that I clarified like in rehearsal and we talked over and whatnot, and I just remember her being like, I don't know if I'm going to remember this. I don't know if like this will stick. And then I looked back at the fan cam and I was like, no, you remembered it perfectly, actually. How did you do that? So, yeah. Yeah, performing Shunkan every day was... Okay, you guys tell me. So I personally thought that after an entire evening of anime and idol adjacent music, something, oh my god, Gasolina that Pengi did, that was an incredible number. Sorry, I just got distracted. After an entire night, a couple of hours of idol music and anime music, singing Olivia Rodrigo and Party in the USA was a very refreshing opening. That was my opinion. I remember she had some concerns about that because people had such good song choices. She was like nervous that that wasn't a good song choice, but I thought it was a really good song choice. Like I was like, no, I think after listening to a bunch of anime music, I could use some Miley Cyrus. I could use some Party in the USA. I thought that was a great song choice. Like, I think she's very good at picking unlikely songs that are actually really smart. I had to pee so bad, but didn't want to lose my spot. Completely forgot about it when she went on. Oh yeah, that was really fun, right? Yeah, that was really cool. It was off the wall, but in a good way. Nice way to switch things up. Sounds like a lot of fun. That's what I thought. That's what I thought too. It's a party in the USA. Yeah. This needs more color. Even though this isn't a picture I took, I just feel like I need more happening here and I don't have enough happening here. Let's do purple this time. Not that one. Wait, blue, actually. Blue. Yeah, this board is getting really wonky. I'm gonna have to move things around. No. Performing Shunkan every day on stage with her is not something I thought I would ever get to do, but I'm very happy that I got to do it. So that was the first song that we got to perform with her. I'm also... yeah, teaching that to Ari was really interesting. Because, fun fact, when I choreographed Shunkan every day, I immediately after I accepted that commission, I injured my back at work. I had a back spasm that was pretty bad. And so I had to very quickly heal from that. This is not the first time I've had an injury while having to make choreography for someone, but I had a back spasm, and so I had to choreograph very quickly and in ways that I normally would not do. And so I feel like now if I went back in time, I would choreograph it slightly differently and make sure everything really melded together in a way that I would be satisfied with. But I did the best that I could, and it honestly looks really good for what I did. But I just remember going through everything with Ari, and they were like, no matter what I learned, I never thought that the move that was coming next was going to be next. Like, is the best way that they described it. And I just kept like profusely apologizing. Like, I'm so sorry, I made this while I had an injury, so there were ways that I was moving that I normally would never move, and I'm sorry. Sounds rough. How is it now? It's fine now. This was years ago. This was a while ago. It's like back in like 2019, I think. But I just remember having to choreograph and film the reference video with a back injury. Actually, I had to the other time that I've had an injury while choreographing, when I was choreographing for kiANNa, I had pulled my leg and had to choreograph Do You at the same time. I had to choreograph and film the reference video for Do You. And it really came down to the wire because I was bedridden like for 2 weeks before that, and the deadline was quickly coming up, and management was like, hey, where's the choreo for this? And I was just like, I'm so sorry, I had an injury, but I will finish it no matter what. So I had to be very careful and take really strong anti-inflammatory in order to finish it. Yeah, so I had to choreograph and film that one as a reference video as well while having an injury. Those are the only 2 times that I've had to do that while being injured, so it's okay. Yeah, there have been times when I've had to film and choreograph things under really weird circumstances. We had to choreograph Phoebe's choreo while those crazy wildfires were happening in California, and all of the smoke was being blown across, was it Canada? Might have been Canada. Was being blown across the entire country, and we had to choreograph and film that through that. It was just, yeah, but you know, things just kind of gotta get done. The universe is really like, kiANNa has it too easy lately. Honestly, all things considered, I'm very happy how smoothly the concert went once it started. Yeah, so we did Shunkan every day. That was very special to dance on stage with her. And we did pop next. Pop was really, really fun. I did not know that people were gonna like pop that much, because you never know people who are into VTuber and idol music if they're a K-pop music enjoyer. But correct me if I'm wrong, that seemed to be one of like the more popular songs from her set that evening. I saw so many fan cams of pop specifically, which I'm really happy about, because as a team, I think we worked on that one the most in terms of like transitions and accommodating, turning a essentially like 8-person dance into a 3-person one. I'm so glad Pop popped off. Yeah, I mean, it makes perfect sense that she put that in her set list. That one was very, very, very fun to do. I think I enjoyed that one. No, that was the one I enjoyed the second most. As a K-pop enjoyer, I also enjoyed pop. There was like someone in the front who was like really giving it their all for that number. They were like pop, 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 like in the front, seriously. So that one was really fun. And then Genghis Khan by Barry's Kobo. I was so happy to see that on the set list. So happy to see that on the set list. That one was so fun. So fun. I love Genghis Khan. And I just know that I was doing way too much and dancing way too hard, but I love Barry's Kobo. I actually forgot that. So we had like breaks. Me and Ari had breaks in between the songs, like the 4 songs. There was usually at least like 2 songs or a song and an MC in between. I completely forgot that there was no break in between Genghis Khan and Super Sponge Cake, and I went way too hard during Genghis Khan, and I was super gassed out by the time we had to start Sponge Cake. I was so tired because I thought that I had more time in between those 2 songs. So I was very tired during that last one, but thankfully we made it so that it was very easy to do and follow along to. But I just remember being like, oh no, oh my god, yes, another throwback. So fun. Yes, so fun. Genghis Khan. Yee. I really hope people left enjoying that song. I think that was another choice. It was like, oh, people might not know that it's a song that idols have sung, but they might have heard the original. So that was another one. Another good call, in my opinion. And then lastly, Sponge Cake. That song was very, very fun. We had, that is the fastest I've ever choreographed something in my entire life. I'm pretty sure we choreographed that in, no, we did the chorus first and sent that over for approval, and then we finished the rest of it in a day. Less than a day. I think it was like 2 hours. And then we cleaned it up and completely refined it at the hotel, and then it was just time to perform it on stage, and that was it. We had, oh, my music. Boop. That is the fastest that I've ever had to choreograph something. And it was with the intention that I believe it would be just myself and Ari performing it on stage. So we were like, okay, we're gonna finish it so that it is still good. Of course, that doesn't mean that quality goes down, but it was because it would just be something that myself and Ari would do. It just had to be choreographed in a way that we could perform it really well. So I think because of that, we were just bouncing ideas off of each other really quickly, and we just finished it. And then the first time that we didn't send her a video beforehand, so the first time we did it was at rehearsal the day before on Friday. And I was like, please, I really hope she likes it, please. Because she had only approved the chorus before then. But thankfully she liked it. And she took a reference video for herself, so that's good. But that one was really, really fun to do. Sponge Cake is really catchy. Less than a day. Oh wow, yeah. That was really pedal to the metal. I think we had been locked in rehearsals for so long too that was why. Let's see, what color haven't I used? Let's do like a more of a lavender, maybe. More of a lavender color. Ah, I'm so sweaty. Easter colors. And then, oh, I do have video side cam footage of Red Eye Revolution 21 and Jet Plane on my phone that maybe I can pull up, and I can add that to this. Oh wait, I wish I had taken a picture for myself of all of us together. Like, all of the artists took pictures with me and Ari, but we didn't take ones on our phone. So I don't have a picture of me, Ari, and Phoebe, us, Ari, and Pengi, us, Ari, and me, Ari, and Keiki on like my own phone. I wish I had done that. I love Red Eye Revolution 21 so much. That got me into J-pop in the first place forever ago. Really? That's a good one. Gotta hop out. Have a good stream, kiANNa and chat. Bye. Oh, no, I hope you can get copies of those pics. Me too. Okay, let's see. What else is here? Aw, yeah. Boo boo doo boo doo boo 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 boo. Wish I had gotten better pictures. Jet Plane was really funny because I feel like people in the audience were like sobbing, but me, Ari, and like staff backstage, they made like they all like joined like linked arms and were just swaying. It was really funny. I think if I have the video, I'll pull it up and show you all. Ooh. Okay. I'll be right back. Give me just a second. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I have another donut. Because Ari's back and they brought donuts. Welcome back, welcome back. Blue, hi. Hi, Pong. Okay. Where was I? Oh yeah. I was saying I was going to... Let me duplicate these. 2 pages now. Oh. Okay. I think I was talking about encore stuff. Let me pull up picture. Yay! I was off to the side, so I couldn't get a really good picture, but this is like of everyone. And then I think I have another one. Where are the other ones? I had more. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Thank you. This one. But I did get this picture of me and Ari in our keiki shirts and the keiki happy. Oh, I forgot to fix the mirror so that it doesn't look like that. That's okay. This is us in the dressing room. Oh, I just realized there's a yoga ball back there. I wonder if anyone uses that. Yay. This one can go here. Oops. Oh. There we go. Wait, maybe a little smaller. And then pull it in front. Whoops. Jesus Christ. Go in front, damn you. I'm just gonna have to slide it myself. Oh no. Right? Ah. Alright, where is... Yeah. Be up there. Yes. Okay, cool. Yeah. Just also in front of these. Bam. Yeah, like that. Do. Ew. You go like that. Da. Yeah, like that. Bada bing, bada boom, boom, boom. I'm sweating so much. I need summer. I need summer to be over. I'm over it. I feel like, and I know that people always do this where they like, you know, it's cold and like winter in New York lasts forever, and then people complain, and then they're like, oh, if only we had warmer weather. If only we had warmer weather. And then the warmer weather shows up, and then everyone's like, this sucks. And I know that that's me right now. but I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. This summer has been so violent. Yesterday there was a thunderstorm, and it was really intense. I don't know why. For some reason, my cats are never scared whenever it's a thunderstorm. I don't know what powers they're calling upon, but they are so unaffected. I, on the other hand, am like cowering under my blankets like a baby. Yeah, so the two encore songs I think were incredible for different reasons. What was your favorite songs of the night, chat? I didn't ask. I saw For Blood was pretty high up there. I saw Pop was pretty high up there. What else? What else were people's favorite songs? I wonder. What would we say? One Piece theme? I also loved Heavy Rotation. Oh yeah! Oh yeah, Pandora sung that. Heavy Rotation. See, yeah, like there are like old classics that are up there. It makes me second guess which songs I should teach at Anime NYC, because do people want new stuff or do they want old stuff? I feel like as a performer, I would be so confused. I wouldn't know like which one to do. Like Bling By My Morn is obviously a great choice, right? But it's also a newer song. But classics like Heavy Rotation and Red Eye Revolution 21 are also really good options too. How does one pick? Oop. Everyone's set list was just amazing. Yeah, yo. So happy to see on Twitter For Blood was there. Yes. I can't pick a fave though. Everyone had great stuff. I feel like I could use more context for old songs. I say, when I say old songs, I mean songs that are at this point 15 to 20 years old. Like Run Out Revolution 21 is at this point over 20 years old, but it's like people love that as an idol song because it's a classic, right? But I feel like there are other songs that I would also consider classics that maybe people wouldn't care about as much. I don't know. Songs that are 10 to 15 years old, I consider an older song. Like Heavy Rotation at this point is getting up there. But I guess I also don't know the average age of people going to concerts these days, idol concerts these days. I saw quite a few incredible beards from the audience though. Can't let people forget their roots. Exactly. Excuse me while I crumble to dust. Don't crumble. Let's take ibuprofen and crumble together. Green. Let's do pink again. Pink. Yeah. I feel like I'm picking really crazy colors for this. Oh. Actually. Oh no. Yeah, so that was pretty much the rest of the night. The rest of it is history. People were there. It really was an incredible night. I didn't get to speak to Pengi and Phoebe much backstage, but we were able to exchange words just of how fond of each other's work we've been mutually over the last couple of years. And I really appreciated those moments. And I hope that next time we get to hang out for longer. I think that would be really nice. Yeah. Something that I found really touching to me was that after the show, you know, like everyone has like their like goodbye tweets and thank you tweets and whatnot. I remember in one of Keiki's responses, she said that she felt safe around me and Ari, and I think that was probably the biggest compliment that I could ever have from someone. Hopefully that means that all the push-ups that Ari did was worth it. It was an unexpected compliment, but it was one that I greatly appreciated. I don't know. I try to treat people with as much respect and dignity as I can whenever I meet them. So getting a comment like that back was very touching to me. Yeah. It's meant a lot. It's meant a lot. That's all I can say. That's all I can say without getting emotional. Yeah. It was a really great night, I think. It was too fast. It was too fast. I wish we had been able to stretch things out a little bit longer. There was a sentiment backstage of like, what are we gonna get to do this again? We have no idea, you know? And so I hope that there are times like that in the future that we'll be able to share the stage again. We got to give Phoebe and Pengy hugs. Yeah, they're just I think they're just moments about that night that will stick in my brain kind of forever. I think there are still parts of it that aren't really sinking in. But I think that was the first time in a while that I was able to give my absolute all on stage. So I hope that people were able to feel that as we supported and did our best. And if there are any other artists out there that would like to take us on as supporting dancers, just know we will give our 200% on stage for you. And we could do a lot of different styles. We can do K-pop, we can do J-pop, we can do original choreo, so please hit us up. We want to do more things like this. More things. I'm like losing track of what I'm doing here. I never uploaded like my own selfies. That's okay. Yeah, this one. Yeah, just very grateful overall for the experience, because I mean, myself and Ari are not idols, so I think to have an experience like that is pretty rare. I guess we're like idol and VTuber adjacent. So anytime we do get invited to go anywhere and perform anywhere, we're just very, very grateful that we're there at all. And yeah, I tried to be as in the moment as possible, so there are not many videos or photos. In conclusion, I'm sure another time will come. Happy for you. It was a fun night. Glad you also enjoyed. Hope to see more events like this on the East Coast. Please, yes, please bring more events like this to the East Coast specifically. Every single day I lament that I am not on the West Coast more often, or I've never visited. I need to go. Definitely showed you absolutely killed it up there. You look like you're having an absolute blast. It was so fun. Y'all had idle energy, very cute. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yep, and then on Sunday, the last day afterwards, we wanted to try and get to the con just for a couple of hours, but we had just missed the cutoff to buy tickets. You were supposed to, I think they closed tickets for the con completely, or badges rather, at 12 p.m. And I think we were literally about to head over at 12:05, and it was just like, okay, never mind. So we did some sightseeing instead. We went to the Botanic Garden, walked a bunch, hung out, had lunch, and just kind of like debriefed and let things settle in for a little bit before hitting the road. I was kind of sad that we missed the con completely because we had gotten a later bus back in kind of the evening. So we had quite a bit of time to kill in between then and in between before we had to go. So, and the mosquitoes were out. Like I like, oh my God, I have not been bitten all summer, but those few hours of just being there were brutal. And then of course, the trip would not be complete if I did not make one more final incredible blunder. And that was that our bus was at 6:30, right? Our bus was at 6:30, and when I booked the tickets, it said the go and the return, the go and the the go and the return, right? So you would think, I don't know what I thought. I picked round trip and I said these two, then these two. So we walk very leisurely to the bus, and we get there a half hour early, just about, and time is dragging on, and I'm like, I'm glad we're here so early. Thank God we're here so early. And we're looking for the bus number, and it's like, it's get a notification saying it's gonna be like an unmarked bus, but it'll have this number on it. And we're waiting for the number. We're waiting for the number. But then finally a bus pulls in that looks like it's going to leave at 6:30, and it's saying it's going to New York, but it doesn't have the same number as what was texted to me. But I'm like, well, this is the bus stop and there's nowhere else we could possibly go. So I walk up to the thing, and also, mind you, something else to note is that while we are making our way to the front of the bus, the driver is being very stern about the policy of how many bags you are allowed to have on the bus. Apparently it's like one carry-on and one checked-in bag, and then after that you have to pay extra. And I'm like, what is this thing? The airport? But whatever. And so Ari has 2 bags. Now, we didn't have an issue getting these bags on the first bus there, but they see that and they're like, nope, I'm not messing with that's what I'm saying. I'm not messing with this guy. I don't care. I'm just going to put all of my stuff and cram it into one bag because we want no funny business when we get up there. So Ari gets off the line to do that. And I go to the front and I'm like, here is my bus pass. And the guy scans it and he's like, this is not scanning. And I'm just like, I don't know why it's not scanning. This is the 6:30 back to New York, right? He's like, yes, but this is not your bus. And it's like, what do you mean? This is not my bus. Where could our bus be? And then he like opens the confirmation and he's like, oh, your bus stop is 15 minutes in another direction. There's another bus stop. And at this point, if we're to leave at 6:30, it's like 6:26. And I'm like, I kind of just had a moment where I was like, this is the worst. I don't think we could have gotten a more stern bus driver. I don't even know. And of course we got the tickets that you can't like exchange or return or apply because or apply to like another bus, because why would I think that that would be something we would need to do? I don't know. In New York, there's only one place to get on the bus, so I assumed that if I got a round trip ticket, it would be the same in DC, but no, there are two places. And so we're like, is there anything we can do? And he's like, hold on, I'm gonna put everyone else on the bus and then we'll see what I have. And I'm like, thank you. So we wait. And he's still being super stern and mean to anyone who even thinks about putting on another bus. There is this one girl, actually, poor thing, who she had, I think, like 7 suitcases in total. Mind you, this bus is like not full at all. And he's like literally walking over and like ripping her suitcases off the bus as she's trying to put them on, and she's like, please, can you just, I just spent like however many dollars on this ticket, I had no idea about the policy, the bus isn't even full, can I just put my stuff on? And he's like, nope, you have to pay for every single bus or whatever, every single bag, and I think it's like $30 extra, so it's somewhere between 20 and 40 extra for each like bag that you have to put on the bus, which is insane. But he was being like very stern about it, and he finishes dealing with all of that, and then he turns back to us and he's like, okay, you guys can get on, you're gonna be in this row and this row. And we're like, thank God, because if we got left behind and had to figure out another bus home, or had to figure out like another night home, I think I would have actually had a mental breakdown after fumbling on so many other things that weekend. He actually let us on, and it was a really nice bus, and it was really well air conditioned. He did, however, unfortunately kick off that other girl. He like, I'm pretty sure he literally turned to her and said, get off my bus. And literally like the entire bus was completely silent. And yeah, he kicked her off and even tried to like roll away without letting her take her stuff off the bus, for like from like underneath the where all of like the luggage was. Like he, like, I'm pretty sure she had to like rip her stuff off like as we were rolling away, and he had to like stop the bus and get off and close the thing and then go. It was intense. It was really intense. I felt really bad for the girl. I had very mixed emotions about that whole ordeal. I was like, we got really lucky, but she was so not okay as we were leaving, and I didn't know what to say. I had no idea how to feel about that, except that we were on our way home. By pure luck, he just felt really gracious towards us, but not towards that poor girl. That was really rough. And that was that, and then we were on our way, and that was the last of, I don't know. It was like crazy. Yup. Many close calls happened this weekend. Many close calls. I don't know. I'm like, did I have a bunch of bad luck this weekend, or were there many close calls that weekend that could have been a lot worse, but due to some unforeseen force, it was not as bad as it could have been. Yeah. Yep. So that was my, and then we got home. That was my that was our weekend. Overall very successful weekend, I would say, with a couple of bumps along the way and close calls. But we were lucky, boy. Let's see, what do I have here? I was so grateful to finally end up home that I took this picture. I was like, yay. And here's the clear sheet that Top gave me, and then there's the badge in the back that said Idle Harmony AAA, which I had to look that up. All access something something. And then there is the Hoppy in the back, and there's Big Ham. I always have Big Ham on my bed. Oh no. So this was a picture of triumph that we had actually made it through the entire weekend unscathed somehow. And this is us at the Botanic Garden. Really nice lighting, very hot. Yeah. So I'm gonna put this here. I want to see if I can pull up video of Red Eye Revolution. Let's see. Not, yeah, Red Eye Revolution 21. Let's see what I got. Oh, I forgot about this. Wait, I need to show you guys this too. I'm gonna try to turn some of what we got into a vlog. It's very scattered, so I don't know how I'm gonna edit it exactly. I'm really not sure. Let me see. Oh. Whatever. I'm just realizing I'm like uploading all of these files into the folder that I share with Keiki, so she might like she has access to these now, but it's fine. Oh, it's hot. Let's see. What else do I have here? It's fine, I'll delete them later. Ba-ba-da. Yeah. Yeah, I think next time. I don't know when there will be a next time. But I think the only thing I wanted to do was practice more. There's always a wish to practice more. And I would have liked to have more time to chat with the other performers backstage and go to Otakon, but overall it was still a really, really great trip. I love traveling and like getting away. I really enjoyed myself. Let me see. Where is... Let's see if I can find it. Ah, yes. Oh no, not that. Why is that there? Okay. Here's a cute backstage clip that we have here. Yeah, the next time I go to a concert, I need a light stick. I never have one. Next time I will be completely prepared. Okay. This was us backstage during PAP's set. Wait, let me go ahead and pause this. And then here we go. Hi. Yay. Oh, you can kind of hear Kiki at the end. Nani ga suki? Oh. So, yeah. There are people who are like backstage being like super nervous, and then there's us. We're just like goofing off. I love how loud the crowd was yelling after responses. Yes, the crowd was so incredibly loud. That was amazing. Okay, what else do we have here? Ah, yes, yes, yes. This one. I got them bowing at the end. Why? Not compatible. Says who? Says who? What was that? Says Canva. Yay! 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 Yeah, this one's going on the Canva block. This one's going up there. Put this one here. I should put it up here actually. Yes. But let's watch that again. It was really small. Ready? Yay! Yeah! Cute. I like how bouncy Pengi is in general. She's very bouncy. She has a lot of energy. A lot of energy. And oh my god, Pengi outside of costume? Whoa, mama. We were like, who is this diva? I feel like there are people who like, you know, when they transform into their outfit, they become this other person and you're like, wow, this is their on stage persona. This is this is them in idol form, you know, like they like transform. And then there are people who when they transform out of their idol persona, you're like, who is this celebrity who has just appeared and taken Pengi's spot? Like, I don't. How is that possible? Yeah, I was kind of shocked. I don't know. How is it possible that you, I don't mean this in the bad way, but that you are like more gorgeous outside of your outfit than in? And not that she looks bad in it either, but it's like I was confused. I felt bamboozled. I was like, what is from diva to diva? Diva to Diva Plus. Yes, she went from Diva, from on stage idol Diva to Diva Plus. I do not know how else to describe it. It was very confusing for me. I was like, who is this? She ain't no diva. Yeah, that was crazy. I didn't know it was possible to do that. I don't know. I don't know. I was very confused. Yeah. So there's that. And then what else do we have? I think I have a few more. A few more. Let's go, Pangia. Let's go. Show flex. Oh, there's one of the Pengy clips, yeah, that I had. That I was able to get. She's saying bling bomb bomb born. Bling bomb bomb bling bomb bomb. Okay, what is this? What is going on? Huh? What? Download anyway. Download anyway. I don't care. Okay, okay. Uh-oh. It's gonna say it's not compatible again. All right. Okay, well while it's deciding on if it's compatible or not, I'm gonna finish making these. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like when it comes to things like this, I have like hunches on if people are going to do well or not, and I have a very good feeling about Pengy specifically. Phoebe too, just because of her tenacity. But after witnessing Pengy, for sure, I think she's gonna do really well. Because she has the combination of like caring a lot, but also being able to put in the work as well. And I think that was very evident from her set. I feel like sometimes it's hard to have both. Like not just having that passion and that feeling and that the deep desire, but also being able to like put it into action and apply it. And I feel like from her very chill demeanor on stream, I would never have known that she was such a strong performer. Like I think I expected her to be like a lot not goofier, but a lot more laid back. And that was not the case at all. Now I'm just picking whatever color I want. Whatever color I want. Yes, sure, whatever. Like I'll tweak these later. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was uploading stuff so we could watch a few more clips. Doo-doo. Hello. Fight me. Okay. Yes. This was the this was the infamous, famous, the well-loved jet plane. And that was staff backstage having no idea what kind of mental damage is happening. See, they have no idea. They have no idea what this is doing. They have no clue what's happening. They're like, yeah. And they turned to me and they were like, oh yeah, do you want to join? You want to get in on this? And I was like, no. I think I said something like, "Oh, I'm so sweaty," which was true, and I didn't feel like subjecting other people to that, but it was just the fact that they had no idea what this song meant to audience members, but and they were just there for the ride. Oh, you could see us. That was the other thing that I thought was really funny is that initially they said that they were like, if you guys want to watch the show, you have to do it either from like this particular spot backstage or from completely behind the black curtain. But then when we got down there, everyone was just out in the open just watching, and we were like, "Oh, okay, I guess that doesn't matter." So, that was that. Um, let's see. And then I think I have one more. I should have one of Revolut. Oh no, I didn't upload that one. Okay, last one, last one. Last one. Last one. Mm-hmm. いい感じ。いい感じ。Woo. Yeah, let's do this one. Uh-huh. And then I think that'll be... Okay, I have way more clips than I thought I did. I thought I had way less. But I guess I have more than I thought. I wish I had gotten a clip of My World, but I think I was still trying to catch my breath. I think that's my favorite Keiki song. Hate will come around. Gasolina. Oh, let's see this one too. Never mind, I have more. Hee hee. I have more. Come with me as I show you all of the clips from Idol Harmony. Hee hee. I've got lots of them, more than I thought. Oh, wait, I have one. Oh my God. Okay, sorry. I have like 3 more clips, it seems, to show. I apologize for people who have been here for a billion um hours and are tired of me yapping. Um, I barely took any photos and video because I was having too much fun. Good, good. I'm glad that you were so in the moment that you couldn't even think, you couldn't even imagine. Couldn't even imagine. Okay, let's see what we got here. What do we have? These are all going in the Kiki folder. LOL. Okay, what's this one? Yeah, there we go. That's the way. Uh-huh, uh-huh, I like it. Uh-huh, uh-huh. That's the way. I'm gonna have to better arrange these. I don't think I'm gonna arrange all of them on stream unless I just keep yapping. Yes, there's one. And then now while we're waiting, we will download this one. Processing? What do you mean? Sure. Sure. Uh-huh. And, what? What is this? This one is this different than the other one? I don't know what this is. Oh, nope, more of the same. More of the same. Eh. Well, now I'm confused. Is this... Ah, yeah, there we go. That's the stuff. It's all from the same angle. More clips, more clips. Wow, 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 wow. And there's people dancing backstage too. Baby. Oh, yes. Yeah. Ah, it's all coming back to me now. So good. So good. And then what else do we have here? And then I have this one. Whatever this is. Same thing. Okay. What is this? Okay, this was me and Ari goofing off that backstage again. Oh, anyway. What is this? Baby. Angel M. Tell me, baby, baby. Tell me, tell me. Cho, cho, cho. いい感じ。ちょ、ちょ、ちょ、ちょ。いい感じ。ちょ、ちょ、ちょ。いい感じ。What is this? Come on. Oh, I think it's just taking a while to upload. Oops, and I keep clicking it. Oops. Okay, I guess I just have to wait. What about this one? Yeah. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Wait, can I stop this from doing that? Yeah. No, don't retry. Don't retry. Leave. Oh God, they're all uploading at once. All right. Okay, great, great, great. Okay. Why does the quality sound like that? Yep. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, I think that's Kiki laughing in the background. Yup, 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 that's that. That's that. And then we had some time off, as I said. Oh man, that one was wild, right? Gasolina was crazy. That was crazy. We ran out immediately for that one. Okay, this is the last clip. This is me. I don't know if anyone knows this meme, but here we go.
Wait, sorry. No, you're okay. You're okay.
Oh yeah, that was that guy passing. Oh, never mind. Okay.
Yeah. What is a skeleton's favorite snack? Go on.
No,
Yes.
no, I thought you were gonna be the person. Oh, wait. It doesn't matter. Just do the whole thing.
Okay. What is a skeleton's favorite snack?
I don't know.
Go on, guess. Why are you laughing? Guess, damn you.
I don't know.
Ribs. Spare ribs. Damn it.
Yay. That was us goofing off backstage. We found the skeleton, so we recreated. Has anyone seen that meme where it's like what is a skeleton's favorite snack? Is anyone? It's kind of an old one. I think it's from like Vine era. I don't know. What do you mean enough? What do you mean? No, it's never enough. Never. I think I have, yeah. Okay. Okay, I think those are all the clips that I have. I need to make a background for this. Yeah, I really went in on the one from Anime NYC, but now I'm kind of tired and I don't know if I want to finish this right now. I'm getting sleepy. But I feel like if I don't finish it now, I'm not gonna finish it until much, much later. Oh, so sweaty, bro. Okay. Let's see, I had this. Is this what it was? Yeah. That, and then for videos, I had to turn it this way and then resize it. I mean, I could just... Actually, I'm making this too difficult for myself. I'm gonna... What the heck? I just want to delete it. Delete it. Okay. I'm going to... I guess I'm trying to think if there's like anything else that I wanted to say or remember. I don't think there's much, except that I was very exhausted for the couple of days afterwards. Yeah, I think that's the hardest I've worked on a show in a while. And I think moving forward, I just want to do more. Just want to do more, man. I see. Yes. There we go. And then I'm just gonna turn it this way. Yeah. Okay, this is turning out to be really cute. Something else that I noticed in DC, every single person, okay, walking etiquette there is great. And so I understand why things are the way that they are in New York, and that's because there's a billion people, and so you can't really afford to be super patient, nice, polite to every single person that you run into. But I will say that the walking etiquette in DC was immaculate. Maybe it's like this everywhere, where people understood that if there are 3 or 4 of you on the street in a line, that you merge and everyone stays to the right without even having to say anything about it. They just do it. And I was like, wow, what a luxury. Too many a time have I walked down New York streets and people do not know how to merge. They'll just walk right into you they'll just flank you. They'll just clothesline you. And you'll be out like a light without a fight, as my grandma would say. I feel like I'm not doing this right. Yeah, I'm gonna do it like that. And everyone said excuse me. It didn't matter like for what reason, if they were like reaching over for you for something in breakfast, if they were walking by, even if they weren't at fault, everyone said excuse me, and I was very surprised by that. I was like, wait, what the heck? Now again, granted, New York is extremely densely populated. So I cannot say excuse me to every single person that I walk by. And I think that's kind of where that New Yorkers are rude kind of comes from. It's that like, you don't, if you're here every day and you live here every day, you don't have time. Because also a lot of times that politeness and kindness isn't always like repaid back, or sometimes it's like they're like really not nice tourists, or they're teenagers, or whatever it is. Just be green. But it was really nice. It was really nice, and I liked that. And I think that I would like to experience that more. I know the bar is in hell, but oh my god. Was it your first time visiting DC? I've been to DC before, but it's been like 10 years since my last visit. Y'all seem like a great team. The performance was fantastic. Thank you. I think our teamwork was pretty good, actually. That is something that I was pleased by. I was gonna say surprised, but I shouldn't say that. I guess because you never know like how people communicate in person. But I oftentimes find out that things can be ironed out in person a lot easier than they can. No matter how many emails and communications you send online or in text or in DMs, things are just always so much easier to talk out in person, I find. And it takes like 2 seconds. I like checking in to see what Discord is doing sometimes while I stream, because sometimes you guys say stuff. All right, now I need to decorate this. Oh yeah, this, I definitely need more clips. Oh my god. Just gotta pick one. Is this the Gasolina one? What is this? Is this Phoebe? This looks like Phoebe. If it ever loads. I was able to get a singular clip of Phoebe through my tears. Nope, it's Gasolina. Okay, cool. That's fine. That's fine. Agreed. I hate texting. I can't do it. Like I can, but people just have so many different communication styles, and people speak differently than they text, and I think that can be an issue when communicating something. Like you'll think you've said something very clearly until you see the person's face when you say it in person, and then they're like, what are you talking about? It's like, oh man. Yeah. So I always prefer, even if it feels redundant, if it's an event that's coming up, I prefer having at least one voice call, Zoom call, Discord call, whatever it is. And even that isn't completely foolproof, but I think it works a lot better than, or it works in tandem with It works better in tandem with both like the Discord call or the Zoom call, so we're speaking in real time and then following up with that meeting with like a summary so that everyone's on the same page. I like that. I think things work really well when that happens. But it makes sense that it doesn't always make sense to, especially since people are coming from different places and have different workloads. So it's not always possible. I get that. And I'm definitely not making this the like texting person versus the calling person. Like it's not what this is about. But see, because now I want to see Washington. I want to see that. And make it smaller. This. And then make these this. No, this can stay that way. Make these this way. Okay, now this is just a scrapbooking stream. I've pretty much said everything that I have to say at this point. Unless anyone has any questions, things that I didn't cover, things that they're curious about. Oh my god. I think I've covered everything. Tomorrow I'm returning to R99. I will finally have another Reverse 1999 stream after almost a month. And I'm super excited about it. There's a couple of I haven't finished a single game that I've started. That's a problem for me. I haven't finished Blueprints, I haven't finished Sable, I haven't finished Coffee Talk, nothing. And I need to finish all of those games before I pick up another single game. So we're doing Reverse 1999 tomorrow, and then I'm just gonna slowly go through all of the games that I've had so far, and we're just gonna finish them one by one. Because it just bothers me that I haven't finished them. It bothers me just for completion's sake. Like, what? I don't like spending money on games and then not finishing them. Like, I can't do it. Don't like it. I wish I could finish them. And maybe that won't be good for my, I don't know, views or whatever, but I've just decided I have to for my own sanity. This and this. We're gonna group them, and then I'm gonna move it here, and I think I'm gonna move that one there. No. Has anyone been watching any shows lately that they really like? I started watching Let's Go Karaoke yesterday. There were 3 episodes out at the time. There's a 4th one now that I'm gonna watch immediately as soon as stream is over. But I really like it. I think my style of watching shows is just binging them all at once. And more so than any other form of media, I am an anime connoisseur. But specifically shows that usually run anywhere from 10 to 20 episodes max per season. And so right now I finished Can a Boy and Girl Really Stay as Friends, whatever that was, I don't know. And then I'm started Let's Go Karaoke today. I really recommend it. That is not something I thought I would enjoy as much as I am. It's a very unique plot. Very interesting, and has a couple of curveballs in it. You almost forget what you're watching. Like, it feels slice of life, and then it's not, and you're like, oh, this is backlog time. Oh my god, I'm sorry to trigger anyone who has an incredible backlog of things that they haven't finished yet. I know that all too real, all too true. This is still not where it needs to be. Like, what is going on? What is happening here? Been so busy. I haven't watched anything in forever. Yeah, I've got to binge. I am a binger. I am a firm believer that whenever I'm really tired, the only thing that heals me is binging an entire show in one night. And then, I kid you not, chat, all of a sudden the next day I have so much energy. I feel so refreshed. I feel like myself again. It's really crazy, but it works for me every single time. I fell to the horse girls and watched Uma Musume's Cinderella Grey. Oh my god, I keep forgetting that the freaking horse girl thing is a thing. Jesus Christ. Yeah, there's the horse demic right now. I've been watching movies. What movies? I have a hard time watching movies, actually, in comparison. I can binge an entire show in one night, but I cannot sit through a movie. I feel like it's because the episodes are short, so it feels like my brain actually gets like a break. But if it's something in one thing, I for some reason I can't finish it. I don't know why that is. Let's see. Let me do boop elements. Where'd that quarter go? Recently used see all. Where's that quarter? Yeah. Money. Yeah, we're gonna put this here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ah. I want to have a movie night. I've never had a Kiwi movie night before. Chat, what am I gonna do for my birthday? I think I say this every single stream. I don't know what I'm gonna do for my birthday, chat. I have no idea. What am I gonna do? I don't know what I'm gonna do. One thing at a time. I gotta finish anime NYC prep and then I can figure out what I'm gonna do for my birthday. Where is this going? I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe if I change the color. I don't know. Awesome. I watched The Woman in the Yard last night, which has a controversial message behind it, but mostly works for me. Is it controversial in the sense that it's being told from the perspective of like either an unreliable narrator or a bad guy? I think is that what's controversial about it, or is like the message behind it actually controversial? Because I'm finding, not you, but that some people who watch certain media cannot tell the difference between a story being told from the perspective of a bad guy and the creator agreeing or pushing the narrative that or the morals that the bad guy has. Do you know what I mean? Know what I mean? It can also be a little bit of both. Like when the narrator of a story is the villain, right? Or if they're a killer, an assassinator, let's say. And then people will take from that, they'll be like, oh, this person who wrote this wants to kill everyone. And it's like, no, that is not inherently what is being told here. It's just the theme is a very touchy subject that a lot of people didn't like seeing in a movie. Okay. That's understandable. We're losing media literacy. It's at the speed of light. It drives me crazy. It drives me crazy. It's also one thing, I feel like people are conflating not like something making them uncomfortable, a theme making them uncomfortable, and they'll conflate that with the message of the movie, media, book, story. And I find that super frustrating because there are things that I will not watch, but that doesn't mean that I don't think that they shouldn't be told. For example, there is an anime that's out right now that a lot of people are talking about, and it's Taco P's Original Sin. It's a very impactful, heavy anime that is out right now, and it talks about something that is really, in my opinion, very important to be talked about in media. But it is by no means glorifying the things that are depicted. In fact, I feel like it's meant to be understood. It's meant for like this very difficult topic to be understood. And I feel like anyone else, some people might look at it and be like, oh, you're glorifying this horrible thing that can happen to people. And it's like, no, they're just, the story, the perspective is of someone who's going through this. It's not glorifying it. And I'm saying that to say that I cannot get through this show. I will not be watching the show because the topic is very upsetting to me, but that's fine. I still think that it's really important for difficult things to be talked about in media because it helps people to understand these difficult topics, or maybe someone else is going through this and wishes to understand and wishes to not feel alone. I think it creates human connection, and a lot of times when you feel isolated and you have no other outlet to get through, media is a really good tool to feel that human connection. If you can't like afford therapy or your friends are really far away, you know? Agreed, not everything has to be for you. And I think it's as simple as that not everything is for you, but just because it isn't for you doesn't mean it shouldn't exist. Right? It's just that, yeah. I mean, I don't have an issue with dark themes as long as it serves a purpose, right? Yeah, there's also a difference between something being talked about and something being there just for shock value. Like, just because. But I feel like sometimes we run into the issue that people cannot tell the difference. I will say that, like, I think that's a very interesting. Yeah. I'll leave it at that. Preach. And I don't even think I'm like preaching here. I'm just, and I know that there are more. Hopefully, there are many people out there with that perspective who understand that, but there's just a couple of loud people that really don't, and I wish they would stop talking. Stop talking if you don't understand something. It's also cool because I feel like there's people feel the need to have a very strong opinion that goes in one way or the other, and I'm like, what if you don't have an opinion and that's okay? What if you just say, I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like let's do that. Let's do that more. Let's say, I don't know how I feel about this. I say that all the time. More people should say that. Just realized that these are red and blue and I don't want that right now. Yeah. Purple. Beep 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 down. Mint. Woo, wee-oo, 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 wee-oo. Nothing wrong if it's too much for you or if it works for you. Basically. Yeah. Even things sometimes that seem silly or senseless, like they don't serve a very strong point. They're not meant to make society better necessarily. Like, there's a huge argument, not huge argument, but there's people bring up, oh, there's too much violence in video games. Why does that exist? You know, and there's like a whole thing surrounding that. people put all kinds of blame on that. I think that's another one. I think it's okay for things that don't serve a greater deep purpose are okay to exist too. Like, it's all right. It's okay. What else do I have here? I have to do this one too. Yeah. I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. Oh no. Oh no, I keep dropping things. I gotta go. It was fun reliving the concert with you and hearing from your perspective. Amazing work all around. Thank you. Bye. Have a good rest of stream. Thank you, kiANNa. Thank you for hanging out. I really appreciate it. We're gonna wrap up soon because I'm a sweaty mess. I'm sitting in my non-air conditioned room. It's probably not great for my PC. And I'm also tired of staring at this. So I think I'm gonna call it here pretty soon. And see if there's anyone on YouTube, in the big world YouTube, that we can raid. Who the heck is this? Thank you for the stream. Thank you for hanging out. I really appreciate it. This was fun. I always like doing this. I'm gonna do this again for Anime NYC as well. Oh, that's what I could do. I can add some like light sticks and stuff to this. Yeah. I'm sitting here thinking I have to do everything DC themed. Boo. Who's doing that? Oh god, it's all K-pop. Oh wait, here we go. Let's be like, no. Yay. Can you change the colors of these? You can't. That's okay. Or can you? Ooh, you can! Okay, perfect. Perfect. Go back. I want to go back. No. There we go. Another great yapping session. Oh yeah. Thanks for stream. I love hearing the talks about people experiences. Thank you for hanging out. Anime NYC about to be the best time of my life. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Because last year I was just super overwhelmed because there was a lot going on. And this year I'm gonna say I'm more mentally prepared. I am more mentally prepared. Yes. I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay. All right, let's head on out of here. I'll see some people tomorrow for R99. And I'll see you later. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Bye. Yup. Where's my chat? Thank you, Blue. Thank you, Baha. Thank you, Uber Hopper. Thank you, FTI. Thank you, Kimu. Thank you, Jay. This was here. There's quite a few people here. And I know it. Thank you, Big Ham. Thank you, Val. Thank you, Hammer, for hammering above my head. Thank you, Mom. MMDB. Thank you, Lunchbox. There were a bunch of people in the beginning. Thank you, Lurkers and VOD Gang as well. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.